Jada Emperor checking in once again. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all see the title. Why you struggle with lust. So this is the effect of biting the apple. Y'all heard the oldest story in the book, the Adam and Eve bit, whatever the case may be. It ain't even about them two. This is about you. So the reason why you may struggle with lust is because you bit the apple. You gave into temptation, obviously. You whenever you bite the apple, you see things differently. Now you indulged in the apple. Now you're high. Now you're drunk. Now you're intoxicated. Sex is a drug. Love is a drug. But this is about lust. This is about lust. One reason you may struggle with lust is you're not ready to learn your lesson. Meaning, you could be anywhere on your soul journey figuring this lesson out, but it's taking you time. You know, there's an old story when they say you touch the stove one time and you realize you got burnt, you won't touch that stove again. So for you, you haven't learned your lesson. It's one of those things where you have to keep learning. You could be a hard learner, meaning you have to learn a lesson multiple times. You have to bump your head a few times, or you could be self taught. You just haven't acknowledged the problem for real. You haven't fully acknowledged that I'm a pervert. I'm perverted. Now, this is not to bring negativity on anybody. This is just to shed light on something you may have been ignoring. When I say pervert, I don't mean, well, actually, I do mean that. When you're in lust, your mind is perverted, meaning you're intoxicated, you're tainted. It's no longer sacred. Your body isn't sacred. Your mind isn't sacred, meaning you bit the apple. You're perverted. You're running from your pain as well. That's another way to know why you struggle with lust, or that's another reason why you're struggling with lust. My bad. It's because you're running from your pain. You could be going through a painful time or whatever it is, and you just want to feel accepted. You just want to feel love again. You just want to notice I said again, you just want to feel like somebody cares about you. You just want to feel a physical connection. You could be in pain from a heartbreak situation. You could have had a rough pass in love. We all done fell down off the bike one time and got back on it. But for you specifically, escapism. You're running from your truth. Your truth is you have a bigger purpose, a bigger cause. And due to the fact of lust, you haven't attained that, or you can't attain that. Whenever you come out of lust, the vibration and frequency that you can be on, meaning the things you will manifest, being in tune with God, universe, and just being tapped in as an individual, as a spiritual being, that feeling cannot be duplicated or replicated. It can't be copied. You can't even just hijack it and jump into it. You have to actually be on the frequency of not being in lust. And if you've never been in that frequency, you don't know what it feels like to be a winner, because that's what it feels like. It's so it's just as addicting, if not more addicting, than giving into the lust. It gets way more addicting. You start chasing that other high, that sober life. You get addicted to the sober lifestyle. You have a natural high. You have a natural glow. People be like, I don't know what it is about. People are lustful over you. Meanwhile, you're just high vibrational and just happy. You're just being you. You're just doing you. You're not worried about anything from the lower chakra. You're vibrating from the heart chakra up. That's the feeling when you're not in lust. But when you are in lust, you don't know what it feels like to be proved. Because if you did know what it felt like, you would be proved. You wouldn't be in lust, or you would learn the lesson that, damn, this lust or these lusty thoughts or feelings, or I keep giving into temptation or lust, I keep biting the apple, even though God said don't do it, and I actually like how the apple tastes, you're always giving in. You think that someone else is gonna help you manage that pain that's the thing. No one is gonna help you manage it. They can take away from it, they can distract you from the pain, but at the end of the day, the pain is still there because it lies deep within our body, within our cells, within our DNA. And also, lust leads into survival sex. I've touched on survival sex multiple times on my channel. I have several videos on the free game uh, playlist talking about survival sex, but giving into lust leads into survival sex in either direction, meaning left or right. It can go bad left or right. So the left side, meaning you gave into your lust, now you're just out here having sex to cope with your pain. The other one is you gave into your lust, obviously, but now you're starving for sex. Now you're not getting sex as much as you need, as you want. You feel like if you don't get this sex, you're gonna die, which is why you keep giving into your sexual urges. You feel like if you don't get scratch this itch, it's just not. It's like a crack addiction. You really think your body or your mind really thinks that this is a real solution. In reality, it's not. And whenever you are able to wake up and smell the coffee or take your head out of the clouds and get in that prude energy, whenever you do actually activate that frequency, that 555222 frequency, you will see that, damn, me being in this prude energy, not being lustful, is actually attracting way more, way better. It actually works out way better for me when I'm not lustful, when I don't care about an outcome, when I'm not depending on another person to validate me or help me escape from my truth or my pain. This is just coming at it from a different perspective, a spiritual perspective on why you may struggle with lust and how to kind of navigate it. It is one of those things you truly have to want to do. If you're not truly invested in this and you're not truly committed to this for yourself, no one can do it for you. Seriously. One last thing. Sometimes when you get lust, when you get in this lustful energy, transmutation is a big thing. Meaning, whenever you get lust come up, temptation come up, a lustful thought or anything sexual, that's a test right there. See, if you're so drunk and high off of lust, or you're too intoxicated, or you need to get that itch scratched right away, then you may not see it as a test. You may just go straight into it and replicate the thing that you've been doing, or repetition, habit. You got a habit. Again, it's a habit. So the next time lust comes up, just kind of look at it as a challenge, and you may be constantly tested for this because again, some of y'all uh, you're a hard learner, you're a hard head. Hard head make a soft ass, and that's okay. Everyone learns at different levels. That's why I like to drop game, and y'all can just watch it whenever y'all want to. Other than that, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I will catch y'all on the next video. Peace.